All right, let's get into it. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on this invisible piece of tech that honestly runs the entire world of digital entertainment. It's on every single movie you watch, every song you stream, every game you play, and it controls what you can and can't do with them. Have you ever stopped to think about this? You rent a movie, you start the clock, and then, like magic, 48 hours later, poof, it's gone. Or how about this one? You're watching the latest blockbuster on your TV and it's in stunning 4K. But when you try to watch it on your phone, it's kind of blurry, stuck in standard def. Well, I'm here to tell you, those aren't glitches. They're features, and they're all controlled by one single powerful system. So what's the secret? The answer to all these questions is this invisible gatekeeper. It's a technology that's constantly working in the background of your digital life, and it's called digital rights management, or DRM. So what exactly is it? Well, the simplest way to think about DRM is as a smart lock. Creators and companies slap this lock on all their digital stuff, movies, music, you name it. And I'm calling it a smart lock for a really good reason, because its job is way, way more than just locking something up. You see, DRM really has two main jobs. The first one, that's the one everyone thinks of, preventing piracy. Stopping people from just making a million illegal copies. But the second job, enforcing business rules? Oh, that is where the real power is. You could argue that's its true purpose. And what do I mean by business rules? Well, DRM is the tech that actually makes your 48-hour rental disappear on time. It's what checks to make sure you're a paying subscriber before it even thinks about letting you watch something. And yeah, it's the reason you get that super annoying message, this content is not available in your region. DRM is the digital bouncer for all of these rules. Okay, so how does this whole smart lock thing actually work? How does your phone or your TV get permission to play a movie? Well, it all comes down to a very quick, very secure digital handshake to get the key. Let's walk through it real quick. Step 1, your device downloads the movie file. But here's the thing, that file is a totally scrambled, encrypted, locked box. It's completely useless by itself. So when you hit play, your app, say Netflix, sends a request to a licensed server. It's basically asking, hey, can I get the key for this? The server checks you out. Are you a paying customer? Are you in the right country? If you are, it sends back that unique key. Then, and only then, your device uses that key to unlock the video bit by bit, literally as you're watching it. But of course, in the world of tech, it's never that simple, is it? There's never just one standard for anything, and DRM is no exception. We're not talking about one lock. We're talking about 3 major competing systems. Right, so the whole market is pretty much run by these 3. You've got Google's Widevine, which is on basically everything Android, Chrome, and most smart TVs. Then there's Microsoft's PlayReady, handling Windows, Edge, and Xbox. And of course, you've got Apple's FairPlay, which locks down everything in their ecosystem. They all do the same basic job, but they definitely don't speak the same language. So this creates a huge, massive headache for a company like Netflix, right? I mean, do they really have to take every single movie, encrypt it 3 different times, and store 3 separate files? One for Apple, one for Android, one for Windows. That would be an absolute nightmare for storage costs and just general complexity. Well, the answer, thank goodness, is no. And the solution is this really clever standard called Common Encryption, or CENC for short. The best way to think of it is like a universal keyhole. It lets Netflix encrypt their movie file just once. But now that single locked file can be opened by any of the big 3 keys. A FairPlay key from an iPhone can open the exact same file that a Widevine key from an Android phone can. It is pure genius, and it's the magic that makes global streaming even possible. Okay, now we're getting to the most critical piece of the puzzle. We've talked about the lock, we've talked about the key, but where does the actual unlocking happen? Because the security of that final step, that's what enables some of the biggest business strategies in all of streaming. Buried deep inside the main chip of your phone, or your TV, or your computer, there's a super secure, totally isolated area. It's called a Trusted Execution Environment, or TEE. Just think of it as a hardware-based bank vault. The entire unlocking process, taking the key and applying it to the scrambled video, it all happens inside this vault. The clean video is then sent straight to your screen. It never, ever exists in an unlocked state where software could just copy it. And here is the absolute kicker. Not all of these vaults are created equal. Let's take Google's Widevine, for instance. The highest security level is called L1. This is that hardware bank vault we just talked about. It's physically tamper-proof, and the movie studios trust it completely. So streaming services require L1 security to show you that beautiful HD or 4K video. But there's also a lower level, L3 security. This is just a software lock. It's way less secure, so services will only trust it with a key for low-quality, standard definition video. And that brings us right back to our original question. That L1 versus L3 security difference? That is exactly how Netflix can offer a cheaper, mobile-only, SD-only plan in a market like India. Their system just checks the device, sees it only has L3 security, and boom, it automatically enforces the SD-only rule by only sending the key for the low-res version. The technology and the business model are perfectly intertwined. So, you see, when you put this all together, you realize DRM isn't just some simple lock. No way. It's so much more than that. It is the complex hidden engine that makes the entire global business of streaming tick. Okay, so let's do a super quick recap. DRM is the smart lock, and its real job is enforcing business rules. CNC, Common Encryption, is the magic keyhole that lets one file work on all our different devices. The TEE is that secure hardware vault where all the unlocking magic happens. And finally, those L1 and L3 security levels, that's how companies can control video quality and build entire business plans around your device's security. So the next time your rental expires right on schedule, or you see that not available in your region message, you'll know exactly what's going on behind the scenes. You are seeing the smart lock in action. It's not a bug, it's not just some random annoyance, it is the fundamental, invisible system that makes the whole streaming world we know and love actually work. Thanks so much for tuning in.